To the shooting of a black teenager in Kansas City we told you about earlier this morning. Ralph Yarl is back home with his family after he was shot twice by an 84-year-old man. He went to the wrong door when he went to pick up his siblings from a friend's house. 84-year-old Andrew Lester is charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action. And happening now, Ralph Yarl's classmates, there you see these live shots, are holding a rally to support their fellow schoolmate. Many of them are seen here wearing blue, Ralph's favorite color. Joining us now with more is civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who represents Ralph Yarl's family, along with attorney Lee Merritt. Mr. Crump, it's always a pleasure to see you. I want to just start off by asking, how's Ralph doing this morning?
You know, Jose, he answered the questions when he was on the phone with the president. Even though he was lethargic, you could tell that he was understanding and appreciating everything going on. He knows this is very serious. He's going to miss a significant amount of school time, but it is nothing short of a miracle that he's here and not dead, and expected to hopefully make as full of a recovery as possible.
Shot twice.
Yeah, in the head, point blank range, and then the shooter aimed for his chest, but he had his arm out, thank God, over his chest, so the bullet didn't go into his chest. And all of this, Jose, because he was a young black man that rang the doorbell at the wrong apartment.
This was, you know, the act of ringing a doorbell. Walk us through, Mr. Crump, if you would, what your understanding is of what exactly happened that day.
He was asked by his parents to go pick up his little brother's 11-year-old twins from a friend's house. He was supposed to go to 115th Street, and he went to 115th Terrace. And that was the mistake. He never went into the home, never did anything other than ring the doorbell. The Lester, the white citizen, comes to the door and shoots him in the head. If he felt in fear, he should have called 911. He should have called the police. But you don't come and shoot first and answer questions later. What are we doing in America when a young black person can't even ring the doorbell without being profiled as a criminal?
No, and there's so many just glaring things. He was outside the house. He wasn't inside the house. This person shot through the door, the glass?
You're absolutely right, Jose. So when they start trying to say stand your ground or castle theory, it's just asinine, and it reeks of racism, trying to justify the shooting of this young boy. And it harkens back to Trayvon Martin and Ahmaud Arbery, and those cases where you saw black people being shot just because the color of their skin, allegedly, and they justified those things back in those times. But thank God, after Trayvon, we started saying Black Lives Matter, and we saw with Ahmaud Arbery that he was held accountable, and we believe with Ralph Yarl, this attempted murderer is going to be held accountable despite them attempting to sweep it under the rug initially.
Yeah, there was a lot of, well, I guess, lack of clarity, some would say, in the initial moments, especially on what had happened. Mr. Crump, what are you looking for going forward?
Well, we're looking first for Ralph to recover, but then we want to get justice. We want this shooter to be held fully accountable, because we cannot send the message to society that it is okay to shoot our children for ringing the doorbell while being black.
I'm just wondering, Mr. Crump, we're seeing, shootings over and over and over and over and over again in our country on a daily basis. This situation in which, someone mistakes street to terrace, I mean, it happens to me almost every day when I'm driving around. I mean, these are just things that happen. It's just like, why? What's happening, Mr. Crump? What's happening?
Hey, brother, there are people who want to take us back versus taking us forward and try to marginalize and disenfranchise and just play on the least common denominator of what makes America great. What we have to do is challenge the enemies of equality at every front. And if we do that, we will win this war and we will win against racism and discrimination. We can do this.
Benjamin Crump, thank you very much for being with us. I very much appreciate your time.